Okay, hello and welcome to the Flaming Chipmunk
Hey.
Podcast.
I'm Lyle,
And I'm Quinton.
and we're two indie filmmakers from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. We've made at least four short films.
At least four.
At least four short films, four of which we have uploaded to our YouTube channel where you are currently viewing this. We are award-winning, of course, award-winning filmmakers, and
Well, technically yes.
technically.
However, in the competition we entered, there was only one other entry. And it was by 13-year-old homeschooled Italian sisters.
No offense to all those homeschooled Italians out there. Love you.
They made a PowerPoint presentation.
Well, it wasn't really PowerPoint, but it was functionally a PowerPoint presentation.
With the slides going too fast, you couldn't read them.
Not at all. Not at all.
But we won.
We won. Their family vote for us. I don't know how.
There were like 20 people that came to see them.
Yeah.
And like 15 of them were related to the Italians.
Yeah.
But we won.
We won.
I think they didn't vote. I think that's what happened.
Are you sure?
I'm almost. How else would we have won?
That's true. Of course, we won $150 and we used it to buy the headphones that I am currently using to record this podcast with and this Blue Yeti microphone.
Blue Yeti. They make good microphones.
They do. Well, you wanted an Audio Technica.
I did, but this one works.
This one works.
The Yeti.
Yeah. Anyway, so why don't we start out by saying a few things about ourselves? Well, we're just two 16-year-olds from the neighborhood of Transcona, very small, very close-knit suburb of Winnipeg.
Represent.
Represent.
You know, there was this one guy that made a song about Transcona.
Really?
His name's Jason Quinn.
Check it out. It's called, what's it called again?
Our Lives by
Our
Jason
Lives.
Quinn. Shout out.
It's about Transcona.
That's my jam.
It's completely accurate. Should be our national anthem.
We're not a nation.
We're not. But we sort of are. Why don't we talk about that? So, in March of
I feel like you could get arrested for saying this.
I don't think so. Plenty of people have done it before.
And plenty of people have gotten arrested.
Anyway, inspired by the nation of Sealand, of course, which is a disused army fort off the shores of Britain that people have just created a country out of.
Of course, yes.
Of course.
Who could forget Sealand?
Sealand. We decided in March of 2017 to create our own country.
Well, okay. We is a strong term.
Okay, fine.
You wanted to create a country, and I was like, if I don't say yes to this, other people will, and I'm going to be left out. And I don't like being left out of things.
It's called FOMO, fear of missing out. But anyway, the mayor, Brian Bowman, of Winnipeg, visited our school. And we decided that instead of asking questions or voicing our complaints about how the city is run like a bunch of normal teenagers, we would go out and declare our own sovereign nation.
Hold on. I feel like normal teenagers don't voice their opinions on the city.
That's true.
I feel like normal teenagers skip out on the assembly to go smoke.
You raise a very good point there. But we don't do either of those things, and so we created our own sovereign nation with two other people.
Again, we is a strong term.
We is a strong term.
Lyle.
I created my own
You
sovereign
wrote
nation.
the Declaration of Independence.
I wrote the Constitution, and I am the Grand Chancellor of the Empire of Stania. The Stanian Empire, hail Stania.
We wanted to use something with the Stan because, you know, there's Afghanistan, Kazakhstan,
Pakistan,
all these great countries.
Stan. And, we
Really?
created a nation called Stan. Of course, that didn't sound too much like a country, so we changed it to Stania. Or Stania, if you live in South Stania.
I feel like you can't create rules on the accents. I think accents are something that happens.
It just happens naturally. I'll write into law, damn it. You can't tell me what to do. I'm the Grand Chancellor. Anyway, so we decided to make this country in sort of the mirror image of Canada. Instead of being huge and democratic, we'd be small and slightly ran like a dictatorship. But instead of being like a normal dictatorship, which is run by a human being, ours is run
By a dog.
by a dog. And if
Now, I have a question.
yeah.
Did you choose a dog to be king just so you could write in our Declaration of Independence, "So help me, dog"?
Yes, I did. I could have chose a cat. I could have chose a bird, but I just wanted to make that pun.
Because when I was reading that, I feel like that was the funniest thing in there.
Yeah. So help me, dog.
That's a solid one.
Yeah. Anyway, why don't we call our king in? Sully. Oh, he's right there. I wonder if he. Oh, he's coming. He's coming. You can probably hear him.
Oh, here he is. He's coming
It's
up
King
to the
Sully.
mic.
He's coming up to the
Hey,
microphone.
dog.
Hello, Your Highness. Would you like to say something to the audience back home? No, he would not.
He is a 150-pound English Mastiff,
And he tried to eat me more than once.
but he's a cutie.
He's a cutie. He's a cutie, that one. He's extremely muscular and is probably heavier than most human beings.
I wouldn't, like half.
Majority of human beings.
Majority.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's...
That's what we do in our spare time.
We create nations where dogs are king.
Dogs are king. Of course, we created our Declaration of Independence in the same week, but we still haven't submitted it yet. So technically, we would be like the provisional government of Stania.
Technically, we're a cult.
Technically, we're a cult. Our religion is not occultianism,
But we haven't filed it as a religion, so we are a cult.
so we are a cult.
Nor do we know what non-occultianism worships.
Yeah, we haven't figured that part out yet. You know, it's almost the 1-year anniversary of the founding of the Stanian Empire.
1 year.
1 year. 1 year of sovereignty in
Hold on.
Transcona.
Surely to found a nation, you need to be recognized by other nations.
That's true.
So,
Maybe after this podcast, we can go around asking other micronations to see if they would accept our claim.
do you know any other micronations?
Well, of course, I did say the nation of Sealand, the brave nation of Sealand. There's also Molossia, which is actually a micronation in the middle of the Californian desert, Californian, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fun. And there's Vatican City.
There's Vatican City, although I don't think that's a micronation. More of like an actual nation that's just really, really small.
They have a pope.
They have a pope.
They have the pope.
The pope.
Are there popes in other religions?
I would assume so. Actually, there's a religion called Discordianism where everyone is a pope.
Really?
Yeah.
So I can be a pope.
You can be a pope of Discordianism. They actually have a membership card for being a pope.
Is this like an online religion thing?
Not really. It was found by hippies in the 70s.
Okay. I can be a hippie.
You can be a hippie. I'm pretty sure anyone could be a
If
hippie.
it means I can be pope.
Yeah. Although I'm pretty sure pope is just a title that you could just give yourself. Like you could go
With no significant meaning.
you could go call yourself Pope Quinton, and if it catches on, then you will be a pope.
Okay, from now on, you will refer to me as Pope Quinton.
Sure, why not? Pope Quinton of what's her religion again? Not occultianism. You're a Pope Quinton, and also of Discordianism. That's not too.
No,
special.
but if I go to Discordianism,
Yeah.
then I'm not special because everybody else is a pope.
That's true.
I want to be the only pope.
The only
Or maybe
pope.
like one of like 3.
What if you spell Pope Poppe? Then you will be the only pope.
Pape.
Pape quits it. Papa quits it.
Papa Quinton. I changed my mind. Call me Papa Quinton from now on.
I think I'm drawing the line at Papa quits it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so aside from creating nations in the micro sort,
Micronation sort.
we make films and we do questionable things.
Very questionable things. Not illegal things. Just questionable.
I think making a micronation is illegal.
Not. I'll have to look that up after. CSIS, if you're coming for us, well, you won't find us. So.
CSIS?
CSIS. It's like Canadian FBI.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, Canada has an FBI?
Yeah, and it's called CSIS. I was about to say the Canadian ISIS, but that would not be correct. Because it kind of sounds like ISIS.
Does CSIS stand for something?
I think it's like Canadian Security
Wait, hold on.
or something or other.
Don't we have the RCMP? Isn't
do.
that...
Maybe
I thought that was the
think
Canadian
No,
FBI.
I think CSIS is the Canadian CIA. Because I think CSIS is full of spies.
Wait, there's Canadian spies?
Yeah. You probably didn't know about that.
What am I doing making a podcast? I could be a spy.
You didn't know about Canadian spies because they're the best spies around. You don't know about them because they're so secret.
Nobody expects a Canadian spy.
Exactly. That's why they're so good. If you're ever like the president of like a bad country and you get the report Canadian spies in your land, you won't take it seriously.
Wow, what's this
Canada stuff. What do they want? Want to take our maple syrup or anything? Something like that. They won't take it seriously. That's why being a Canadian spy is probably one of the most easiest jobs in the world.
What do they spy on?
What do they spy on? I'm assuming things that are against Canada.
Like fishing?
Like fishing.
We do a lot of fishing.
Yeah. Or like Greenpeace. Anyone who wants us to stop clubbing whales. Or is it seals? I'm not too sure.
Seals.
Yeah. I don't know if clubbing a whale would be too effective.
I feel like that's Darwinism at its greatest.
Yeah. Humans. Don't mess with us or else we'll club you and your baby.
If you're a whale clubber, you probably won't procreate.
Or you'll procreate so much. It's either or. Either you'll be amazing or you'll just die.
You procreate so much.
Do you think that in the future people will stop evolving?
Why would they?
Not evolving in like the natural sense. Like evolving because someone like put their genes inside you.
Like, as in pants?
No.
Oh. What do you mean? Like, cloning somebody into a human's body? Like a pre-existing human's body?
No. Like putting plants into someone's body to make them photosynthesize. Can you imagine? I
wonder what photosynthesizing feels like.
Yeah, it probably feels really warm. It makes you feel healthy after.
It makes you feel warm.
Imagine being hungry, and then instead of going out and eating, you just
Photosynthesize.
bask in the sun. Every beach.
You know what? Plants have a good life.
They do have a good life. Imagine going to the beach, and everyone there is fat. Because they've been out in the sun all day. And
instead of getting tanned, you just get bigger.
Yeah, you just get bigger.
I love how if you could genetically modify a human, the first thing you would do is make them photosynthesize.
Well, yeah, it's efficient. with food, you gotta get the food, you gotta cook the food, then you gotta chop up the food into little pieces, put it in your mouth, and chew and then swallow.
But like,
and then you have to make waste afterwards. But with photosynthesis, nothing is wasted.
Surely you could like genetically modify somebody to like be immune from disease or like be able to fly or something.
Yeah, but that's more boring.
It's too mainstream.
Yeah, stupid bird person. You know what I can do? I can photosynthesize.
I don't need food.
I don't need food.
Aren't there those people who like just drink like these smoothies and like they just survive?
Like the cleansing smoothies you get from like hippie places?
Yeah. And like that's all they need because it has like essential nutrients or something.
I don't know if that's actually true. That reminds me. My parents bought a salt lamp. Do you know what a
salt lamp?
A salt lamp. It's like this huge like.
Is it made of salt?
It's made of salt.
Yes.
It's like this huge like 20 centimeter by 20 centimeter cube. Not cube. Well, it's like a chunk. It's a chunk of salt that they hollowed out and put a light bulb inside of.
Wait.
Yeah.
So it's warm salt.
It's warm salt. Apparently it gives off. According to the person that sold it to us, it gives off positive energy in the form of ions. And my parents were like, sold. I love ions.
What if you lick it?
I've licked it. And you know what it tastes like?
What? Salt?
Like salt. It just tastes like a lot of salt.
But warmer?
But warmer.
Did you get the ions?
I don't know if I could taste the ions, but I could definitely taste the chlorine and the sodium.
But you didn't get any ions from it.
I'm not too sure. Maybe that's why I'm in such a good mood today. Because I've been sitting right next to the salt lamp. I've been absorbing all its ions, much like a plant would absorb sunlight. And
I need to get myself one of these salt lamps.
Yeah. Although I'm pretty sure they don't work.
But you know what? I've known you for a while.
Yeah.
And today you feel especially happy.
Well, that's probably because I just drank a cup of coffee. Not because of the salt.
But you always drink coffee. I've known you drank like 2 large coffees one time.
Yes.
When I was with you.
Yeah.
Like black coffee.
Black coffee. It's healthy for you.
You're a 16-year-old.
I'm a 16-year-old, yeah.
But this was like when we were 14.
Yeah. Well, back in the wrestling unit at our
The
wrestling unit back at our middle school. Because yes, our middle school still has a wrestling unit, and no, our teacher was not arrested. Anyway.
That was a fun unit.
That was a fun unit.
I did that with a broken collarbone once.
Yeah.
But I won British Bulldog.
Yeah. Anyway, as for our wrestling unit, I would drink. I would just to win, cause I'm a small person, I don't have a lot of I don't have a lot of
strength.
I don't have a lot of pure strength in me. I have to elevate myself using alternative methods. Cause that's how it works.
What alternative methods?
2 cups of espresso in 2 cups of black coffee.
Wait, hold on. Before gym class, you downed 2 espressos?
Yeah. Every single gym class for our wrestling unit. Like before I went to school.
You couldn't just like beat your chest a few times?
No. You have to get pumped up. You have to get pumped up so much. So every time we went wrestling, I would go into the gym class like, yeah.
How come you've never told me this before?
I'm pretty sure I have.
This is an awesome story.
I'm pretty sure I have. I've told. So literally, the first time I did this, I beat a guy that was like twice my size. It was amazing.
I think I might have been the guy you beat.
Maybe, I don't know.
I remember wrestling you because me and you were like the skinniest ones there.
Yeah.
Or, like the lightest.
Yeah.
And our gym teacher was like, okay, Quinton and Lyle, go up against each other.
Yeah.
And you were running all over the place now that I think about it. We were supposed to be on our knees, but you got up on your feet and you were diving around like crazy.
I watched some WWE before the wrestling unit. I think I might have. I think that might have seeped into my subconscious.
You got really into this wrestling unit.
Yeah, I was throwing people down. Of course, caffeine doesn't last forever, and by the end of the wrestling unit, I had pretty much crashed. Those 2 cups of espresso and that black coffee weren't doing it for me.
The first 20 minutes you were...
I was on top.
Everybody. And then near the end, you crashed and burned.
I crashed and burned. I got pinned down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think this has been a good first podcast.
I think it has. How long are we here?
We're about 20 minutes in.
20 minutes in. Well, thank you for listening to our podcast. If that was good, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please donate to the Patreon we don't have. I don't even know why I said that.
Donate to cancer.
Donate to cancer.
Not the illness, the cure. You can just cut it there. I think that's good.
I think I'm gonna keep donate to cancer. Please, for all that is holy, do not donate to cancer. Cancer does not need your donation. This has been the Flaming Chipmunk Podcast. Signing off.